All right, What a Wonderful World, Louis Armstrong. F major. And you know, a song like this is almost like a folk song. It's got some kind of cool jazz chords in it, but you can use simpler chords, like you could use just pure F major, and then pure A minor, and then pure B flat. And what do I mean by pure? I just mean I'm not adding anything to the chord. I'm just playing triads, basically. I'm not adding a seventh or any, extensions or tensions, color tones, three terms that mean the same thing. Ninths, 11ths, and 13ths are referred to as color tones, extensions, and the best term is tensions, because they add tension to most chords, especially dominant seventh chords. So just play it pure if you like. I see trees of green. I put a seventh in. Red roses too. Yeah. So that's good as a pure chord, I would say. You could add the sixth to it, but I don't know. My ears just want to hear F major. Then by adding the seventh to A minor, it gets a little bit richer. And here I'm using some open voicings. But let's keep it simple and just use some closed voicings with the left hand. Now we're going to do an A seventh, and I'll put it in root position. And there, the melody is the seventh, so I'll just play the A triad down here. And D minor. Now look, I could have played the F down here, but I've got F in the melody, so I'll leave it out. Maybe I'll add the seventh. And then D flat major seventh. And here, I've talked a little bit about leaving fifths out of chords, but here you have the melody as the third of the chord. So there's no need to double it down here. So I'll put the fifth in instead. And then I have all four notes of a D flat major seventh and a nice spread open voicing. All right, now we need to go to G minor. And there's the seventh, so I'll just do it like that. And here's C seventh. And once again, I could leave that third out. I can leave the fifth out because it's a dominant chord, and it just helps to leave the fifth out because fifths add a lot of stability, and dominant chords are typically unstable. They have tension. They want to resolve somewhere, usually, a cycle, a fifth away. C to F. All right. So I say to myself. All right, now here's an important chord. B flat seventh with a flat five, okay? And I could have put the flat five down here, but I just stuck it up here. And then B flat major seventh and C seventh. Second verse. Now I could do an E minor 7 flat 5, A 7th inverted, right? Because it's a 2-5-1 down to D minor, and in a minor 2-5-1 ending on a minor chord, the 2 chord is typically a minor 7 flat 5. And notice that we're in the key of F. It's a scale tone 7th chord, right? Because it's got B flat in it. If you did scale tone 7th chords in F. There it is, E minor 7 flat 5. And then our A 7th is the one that's got the sharp in there to give that dominant motion to D minor. And then here's our chord out of the stratosphere someplace. It's just nice not to always play scale tone 7th chords. It's just go into some other key, It's got the melody note as a common tone. So that's why it sounds good. And then we do a little 2-5-1 to get back to F. And then there's usually the subdominant chord. That's the chord that's up a fourth and that's a dominant. That's why they call it the subdominant. And you hear this at the end of a lot of songs. And then we've got 251 in F for the bridge. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, and the smiles on the faces of the people passing by. The relative minor, D minor. All right. That's F sharp diminished, getting to G minor. You know, and you can call it F sharp diminished, but it's functioning as a dominant chord, as D dominant 7th, moving to G minor, okay? That's why it works like that. At least that's why I think it works. I don't know. I mean, it works on its own too, because you got a lot of half-step motion there, all right? That always sounds like it's... I mean, when you're resolving a chord with tension to a chord that doesn't have as much tension, those little half-step motions are good ways of resolving. And that's why a dominant 7th sounds, you know, like it's resolving very smoothly because of these half steps from there, like that. All right, so where was I? Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. And the smiles on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands. And here's the coda at the end. That's E flat 7th. I added a 9th there. You can feel how much tension that has. Was it going to resolve? Not yet, because it's going to another dominant chord. See? Now it resolves. That's our 2 chord, and then our 5 chord. One last little bit of tension before it resolves. That's called a deceptive cadence, because you thought this was coming. So if you go someplace other than, you know, a 2-5-1, you know, like the minor 4 or something, they call that a deceptive cadence. And then that usually will resolve to where you thought it was going. Not always, but okay, just a little extra music theory there. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll be back soon with another video. In the meantime, please do me a favor and subscribe, comment, share this video with your friends, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.